Ah, my mic is on. Thank goodness. Okay, yep. You can hear me? Ain't no problem. Woo! Mommy issues this. Daddy issues that. Granny issues will turn you into the boiled man from YouTube. I gotta take a sip of water. Ooh, I feel great. Where are we? Lotus is having a piercing stare, and Seven is not about that. I miss these guys. I even missed 3. What's his name? Stinky. Santa. Okay. Yep. Stinky is the name. Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. A moment. Finally, he opened his mouth.
I don't know.
Neither do I. Hey! Twin. Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Nope.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
My memory's not back either. Then, almost as if... Ugh. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Red leather. That's what I wear. Then, almost as if to save Seven from further embarrassment, a bed got up and started talking. A bell began to ring from far away.
Oh, a bell.
Beautiful.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
Oh, not beautiful. Junpei counted each chime carefully.
10, 11, 12. 12.
It's midnight, baby.
It's midnight.
Yep,
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
we can do it. It's not quite... Yeah, it's... I'll be streaming past midnight, baby. Because I need the funny boat game therapy.
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
And the deads.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
I resisted the urge. I resisted the urge to say "and the redemption."
We've looked everywhere in
It's
this
so
room.
hard. They had been examining the room as they talked.
But we haven't found anything.
Right.
That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
Huh?
Get the brain fog out of my brain. I can't even think. Oh, the hallway.
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Yep.
Well, you already checked some
Where's
of them out
Snake?
before you came here, right?
Did he go missing again?
We each checked a single room, so 5 rooms in total.
Guys, all I remember from this is Snake went missing and then he was in the coffin and we couldn't get him out. Kidding.
All right then. That's 5 rooms we don't have to search.
Sick. Out of 90.
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us.
Oh, that'll be easy then. I'm feeling optimistic. And that's why I'm scooting my chair in to get closer to the mic. Am I good now? Mic? Okay. Still in green. We good. And the pop filter is right here. That was probably very uncomfortable. But luckily for me, nobody's watching. Also, I can't believe I've got 61 followers. That's incredible. I'll get to not partner affiliate in no time. Baby.
If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
It'll be easy.
There are 48 other rooms?
Lotus did not seem excited by the prospect. 53 rooms. 5 plus 3 equals 8. I don't know why there's 53 rooms. Seven fidgeted nervously before responding. But that makes me and Stinky very suspicious.
Maybe?
Can you count, sir? After some discussion, the 8 of them decided which rooms to begin with, and in what order they would go. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to aft. Am I gonna have to remember this? I'm not a boat. I'm not a boat person.
Alright, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Blah. I need the log. Damn it, I don't know what area I'm searching. The starboard from fore to aft?
Yes.
I just asked if I was gonna have to remember it, and I can't. They also determined when they would return to report their findings. The next time the clock sounded the time. That's too long. We can do this in half an hour. When it did, they would meet back in the large central room full of beds.
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
What are we looking for? Are we looking for Snake?
Yeah. Sounds straightforward enough.
Is that what's happening again? If during their search any of them were to locate the missing components, they would yell for the others. Right, we need for the Reds. The things for the Reds. I forgot.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
Snake's missing. I haven't...
I hope we can
Never
find
mind.
them within the time limit.
Keep an eye on this man. Keep an eye on this man. Keep an ear on this man. Keep a hand on this man. Do not let him out of your sight. It's okay if he lets any of us out of his sight because he can't see. Sorry. If this strategy failed, they'd return to discuss their options later.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
I don't want to lose you again.
Right.
I want to lose you, Stinky.
Then let's do this.
Stinky kind of sounds like 3, so that's his name now. The details decided, they left to begin searching. Out into the hallway they went, each to the rooms they'd been assigned. However... Uh-oh. From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m.
It's 1. I better get back to the others.
I'd love to sleep in. Please tell me. Sorry, I thought I felt my cat touching me. She likes to do that to make me do things. I should close my door because she will jump scare me. Because she has sharp claws and she likes to touch me on the shoulder. And it scared me, and I've screamed before. I will close the door before I get back with the others. No cats allowed in this room. Not yet. She can come in later. I feel so bad for these people. None of them have a cat. Torture room tonight, Queen! Yeah! Hi, Ribbon! He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 of the others already there.
Huh?
I appreciate you being here so much. I really do. Why does... What? What's so surprising? Where I'm at, I got the coffin ending, and now I'm back at the beautiful little hospital room, and it's 1 a.m., and we've lost the... Hold on. Here I am. I just went... Which one of these? Well, I went with the one where you hang out with Snake. Yeah, what a first ending. Guess I'll find the solution next time. Ace, Santa, Clover, June, Seven, and Lotus. They had gathered in front of the door number 8. Or perhaps, to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red door next to the door number 8.
What are they doing over there?
What? Had one of them found the missing piece? Oh my god, Snake's missing.
What happened, guys?
Snake's missing, that's what happened. It was June who answered him.
Jumpy, look!
She was pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. Oh, neat. Immediately, he knew what she had meant.
Vacant?
Junpei sighed.
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well,
Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut. It's okay to talk to me. I'm non-judgmental,
What the
baby.
hell? What is up with you guys?
They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know.
That's what she said.
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
Huh.
What? Let me see.
Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again, just to make sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal.
You're right. It's in there.
It'd be really hard for someone to sneak that in.
What about the other two?
I had to move my hand away from the mouse for a second. I moved my hand away
They're
from
the
the mouse
same.
to breathe.
Let me take a look.
Junpei quickly examined the other two boxes.
It's just as you said.
Why didn't you believe her? I guess I get it. Never mind.
All right,
I
I
forgot
just
to
want
read
to be
that.
sure here.
I'm a bad streamer. I forgot to read it. Yeah.
Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
I sure don't.
Correct.
None.
Ace and June nodded silently. Now's not the time to be Catholic, June. Seven raised his hands as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Huh. Wait a minute.
Snake's missing. That was when he noticed. No, not again. I told you to keep an eye and an arm and a mouth and a nose on that guy, but no. Yeah. Snake? Snake! Snake! Sorry for screaming.
Does that mean that he found them?
I see. Oh, yeah. I want a mouth on that man, too.
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I
Dang
don't
it.
suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
What?
Well, whatever he did or didn't do is pretty damn late.
I just...
What the hell is he up to?
He's lost. We lost him.
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
He can touch. Clover raised her head.
No! That's impossible!
Suddenly she was shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see.
He's got sonar! Touch the side of the skin.
So he...
That's a beautiful,
he couldn't
very
get lost.
poetic,
That's impossible!
very poetic way to say it. Clover had started to shake, and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him!
Me too. I need to find him. He's like my favorite or something. The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run.
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait!
Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. Yeah. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone.
Well, that didn't work.
I don't want to lose her either.
Damn it. What should we do now?
Look for him.
Well, the red is working now.
Lotus.
No! We're not leaving two people behind! We should go look for them!
Yeah.
Oh, man. This ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Shut up, Stinky.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. Eep. Beep. In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split
Let's
up.
split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
Soon only two of them were left. Those two were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the others.
All right, we should go too.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Okay, thank you for telling me what I did before. Let's go to the
How about
casino.
the casino on B deck.
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
They took off up the stairs at a run. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Examining my nails and leaning against the wall. What do you think? She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
Is he in your nails? Ew.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
You're right, I will look under your nails. Oh my
I don't
god,
think
there he
that's
is!
the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
Sure. Does this matter? Reborn, does this matter? It's okay if you can't remember. Oh, okay. I'll be nice to her
What
again.
is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it.
Thank you for being quick.
Why don't we team up?
Two. Oh, okay. I like getting to where I'm going. I'm okay. How do I do that?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you?
I don't know how to do that. Hey. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, thank you. But I'm okay. I like reading it. Because it has been a while since I saw this stuff, so I don't remember it.
I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
I was just calculating what number they would be. 2, and then 8, 1. There's a lot going on.
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Yeah, we'd be 1.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital root would be 1.
I did it. I did math. I did it differently than that,
But there's
though.
no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Oh,
Huh?
okay. Oh, thank you. I am incredible.
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Okay.
Oh, if we add 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26. The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
Then the 4 of them could go through the number 8 door.
Wait a minute.
But
What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
1, 3. I messed up. 1, 2, 3. 4. 10. 1.
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10.
Yeah.
And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
Ma'am, we're not gonna abandon them to death. Wait, hang on, can we split them up? Maybe we can split them up into 3 and 7. 7 plus.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
I'm not doing any more
Of
math.
course
I'm
I
done. Hold on, never mind. I am. I lied. Never mind. It's just not gonna work.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
I think she is.
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we?
If we have enough
Then we
time.
wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
You kind of have a shifty air about you.
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left.
Yeah. And also, never bothered with matching. I just wait for them to tell me. Right, that's a good point. They will tell you.
Even if we manage to
I am
escape,
wasting brain power I do not have.
there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
That is true.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship.
Right, because of the 9.
The 4 of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that
Winning?
carries a 9.
Yes. This time I am definitely winning.
Yeah, that's right. The digital root
Hello,
for the
Perry.
four of
It's good
us
to
would
see
be
you.
8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Oh, thank you. You do too. Lotus scratched the back of her ear.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
She's keeping a cool head, I guess. She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That was a different quality of recording.
That's
okay.
impossible. Are you being serious?
Yes.
And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right?
What I remember is that there are 2 9 doors. That's something I remember.
The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
No, they won't.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
There's 2 9 doors, and only I know this. The moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill that run down his spine.
Oh, wait just a second.
Shivers from hit game, Disco Elysium.
You're skipping over a really big detail.
Yes, what she said was true, but how Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond him.
Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I think she is.
That's just...
Lotus' forehead furrowed.
Do you think I could have a moment alone?
Yeah, sure. I think they did. Yeah, I think they did.
There's some things I need to think about.
No, wait. They didn't. Doors can't... Yeah, that's right. We opened the door that had been used. I don't know. We could make a party with 2 9s. I don't know. I think I remember at the end they're like the 9 doors can't be opened twice. But like I know the 9th man went through a door and we could go through that door after he died, but I don't know if doors that are properly opened and used can be used twice. I don't remember. Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
She's not a very pleasant person, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. But, he told himself, pessimism would get them nowhere.
Well, regardless.
So he forced himself to smile and turned to June. Toxic positivity will also not be getting you anywhere. Mystery games can be tough. Oh yeah. It also hurt my heart.
Let's just
It's good
focus
to
on
be back
finding
to it.
Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
All right. Where should we go next?
Hold up. Hold up. I don't take my brain pill. I pill for my brain. That makes my brain work. That was the worst ASMR ever. Oh,
Hey, why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Sure, let's go.
Together they ran down the stairs. Whee!
Hey, wait. That's...
Stinky. On their way to the large On the way to their... On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa, standing next to the number 3 door.
Santa?
Junpei paused. What should Junpei do? I don't care about you. Junpei turned around and walked away from Santa.
I doubt we'd learn anything from him anyway.
Jumpy?
No,
He is
nothing.
stinky.
Let's go, June.
He is... I don't like him. Where would they go next? I'm done. I'm tired. They looked everywhere they could think of except for that one place, but Snake was nowhere to be found.
Snake
Upsetting.
hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces and spoke. See, Riven likes you. Maybe I'll like you later once I learn more about you.
And we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here.
I didn't like Lang from Investigations at first, and then I really liked him. I'm so glad they're letting him out of the jail, in the cage. They're letting the wolf out.
We need to get moving.
They released the furry. Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying. Snake seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point to wasting any more time. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, Seven spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right.
There's a she-wolf in your closet. Open up so it can breathe. Okay. Oh my god. A dog. Wolf. Yeah, I'm gonna close that up. I don't want to address that part of myself.
We're not gonna find Snake.
Oh.
There's a problem, though. We've got to
Uh-oh.
figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Look under a cardboard box. Maybe we'll find him then.
Yes, I have a proposal.
She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. Finally, she stopped.
Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Sacrifice?
Me.
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes.
Oh wait, I can't experience the game if I sacrifice myself. Never mind.
You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind.
No, Perry, you're not there. There ain't no raccoons on the Titanic.
If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2
If you
people
sacrificed
respectively,
yourself, you'd be
then 2 people
on a
will be
different
left
boat.
behind.
It'd be kind of pointless.
But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave one person out, then only one person will be left behind.
Damn. Okay, you're right. I still don't want to sacrifice you. Leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3. Ugh. Ebony babbity. No. Junpei wasn't quite sure that was
Wait a
true.
minute. 2 people get left behind if we split into 5 and 2, and 1 person is left behind if we split into 3, 3, and 1. I got that part. You can't go through the numbered doors with any less than 3 people. But if we split into 4 and 3, then why do 3 people have to be left behind?
Just run the numbers. Let's say we go
No,
through
I will
door
not
7
do that.
with 1, 4, 5, 6. Who's left over?
It's 2, 3, 8.
That would be 3, 7, 8.
God dang it. I forgot 2 isn't here. And I've got 7 is.
What's the digital root for that?
18.
3
No,
plus 7
that's
plus
it's a
8
9.
is 18, so add 1, 8, 9.
But they could go through the final door.
Exactly. But door 9 isn't here, right?
No.
That means 3, 7, 8 won't be going anywhere.
Okay.
That was just an example, of course. There are a lot of different combinations, but the result will always be the same.
This is
It
sad.
doesn't matter which 4 it is. The 3 that are left over can't go through any of the doors.
Except for the last one.
Go ahead and calculate it if you have the time. You'll see.
I don't want to calculate it. I'm tired of doing math.
Anyway, that's how it is. Now, if we can get back to my proposal,
Okay.
we only have to sacrifice one person if we split into 3, 3, and 1.
What if we sacrificed you? When Seven spoke, his voice was strained.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then one person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel.
What's so cruel about it?
Somebody dying?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan?
Scream to God for the answer.
Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
Okay, man, shush.
That's not what I meant. We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
If we... Never mind.
I told you, that's impossible.
I was gonna say if we kill one of the people and carry them through the door, maybe it'll work. That's still a sacrifice, baby.
Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. You're dreaming. The boat isn't real. There's no such thing as boats.
Whoa. Calm down, you two.
Stinky stepped between Lotus and June.
Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Exactly. That's how democracy works.
Well, not in Macarca.
And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote. What do you think?
No! That's terrible!
I think the best way to choose who to sacrifice is to have someone be like, I'll be the sacrifice.
I'm not asking you. Shut up. What about you, Sam?
Rude. Rude.
Me? Well, I agree, I guess.
All right, that's 1 vote for. Counting mine, that's 2. 7.
I can't say I agree with you, but we don't exactly have a choice.
Man, these things are too
If we
difficult.
don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Oh, glad to see you get it. If I can get 1 more vote, then it's decided.
I think
What
we kind of
about you,
have to go
Clover?
with your idea, unfortunately. Oh, poor Clover. Clover had moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Oh, dang it. Since I'm making different decisions, I won't be able to tell her that Snake is, alive. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she'd even heard Lotus propose.
Hey, Clover,
Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
If we could get someone behind the numbered doors the same way someone got Snake through, then we wouldn't have to sacrifice someone. Clover slowly lifted her face.
Let's go look for him together, okay? If we sacrifice one person, then we can go look for him. You agree with me, right?
Manipulative. Clover nodded once.
The motion carries.
Manipulator. Lotus spun around and walked toward Junpei.
Now, let's start a vote too.
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus's entire speech, and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. He didn't seem to notice or even care.
I will stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
I guess. Exclamation point!
Ace, what are you saying?
It does solve the problem. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
It actually will. I'm sorry. June's voice shook, and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her. Ace simply looked at her.
June, I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you, each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out.
You're toxic positivity.
If we go
dude.
through them.
You won't be able to return, correct?
But there is a third
Yeah.
door.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you, once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Ideally,
Okay.
within the time limit Zero has given us.
Yeah, if we don't do it within the time limit, you...
No, that's
won't be-
ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
Maybe if we called the Coast Guard, or the Japanese Self-Defense Force? Finally, Junpei could hold his tongue no longer.
We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are.
Ooh. We can't be too far.
How on earth are we gonna
From,
find someone to come
like-
and rescue you?
Continent.
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me?
Okay,
Or
never mind,
perhaps
bye.
you would be willing to leave June behind?
Okay, never mind, double bye. Ace's voice was dignified, and without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go,
Okay.
quickly.
Okay, we're gonna run. Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move. I said we're gonna run, dude. Yeah. June bit her lips so hard that Junpei feared she would break the skin. Santa stood against a wall, calm and aloof. Seven tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hands. Only Clover stared at Ace, with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus' attitude, however, was different from the others.
Let's accept his kind offer then.
Don't accept it like that. She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his own.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down into the floor next to one of the beds. What about the bed? What about the bed, dude? Why are you showing me this? Did I miss something? From somewhere deep in the ship, Junpei suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship were screaming. Would it really hold until their time limit was up? Already, D-deck was flooded. In the sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. I almost said warship. I've got my mind on my own things. Unsurprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke first.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
Okay, we need to rescue him. As if a spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
Okay, thanks.
You too, Santa?
Of course, Santa.
I have to find my brother.
Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this.
We have thought about this. We gotta go, girl.
There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be.
There is. We gotta get the Japanese Self-Defense Force or the Coast Guard or whatever. Come on.
Right, Jumpy?
We gotta run, girl.
Say something.
We gotta run. I'm
Yeah,
saying something
let's
right
think.
now.
There's gotta be another way.
I don't have time to think. We gotta get out. His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine. Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
Please don't run off. She spun around and ran toward Ace. He had slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm and pulled.
Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet.
He's not giving up. He's just sitting down.
We just have to sit down together and think about
We
this.
don't have time to sit down
We'll
together.
figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
Then it happened. Ace? Oh! Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded in half like a boxer out cold.
Ace!
June cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She put her arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened? Ace, say something.
She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and slightly slurred.
How are you all right?
This.
He held out his left arm and slowly opened his hand.
A syringe?
Huh? In it was a syringe and a small vial. The vial was empty. It had only recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the sides. There was a label taped to the side of the container. It read Soporil Beta. Soporil, like soporific, like sleepy? Soporil Beta?
Soporil Beta. What does this do?
Make you sleepy?
Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Why'd you use anesthetic?
Anesthetic.
I found it earlier.
Why'd you
While
use
we
it?
were searching the hospital rooms.
Why did you use
I
it?
thought it might be useful later.
How is it useful now? Oh wait, now we have to
I
leave
didn't
him.
think I'd be using it on myself.
Now we don't have a dang choice.
Why did you do this?
Because we can't take him with us.
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap. I really am. Very tired.
Junpei knew that wasn't why he'd done it. Ace had injected himself with anesthetic to forestall Junpei and June's attempts to bring him along. If he couldn't move, there was nothing they could do. He'd injected himself so that they would be forced to leave him behind.
Ace.
Is there something you want to say? I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
No, don't, Ace. Don't fall asleep.
He's literally full of anesthetics, girl. He's conked out, dude, man.
You feel warm. So comfortable.
Yeah.
I think I'll have a nice dream.
Good night. Ace's eyelids drooped further and further, almost as though he were dying.
Ace! Ace!
Ace! Bum 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 bada. Bum bum bum. What if in one game, Snake just like fell asleep and that played? He just like has a nap on a bed. And then the death sound plays. Like there's no enemies around, it's just a safe bed, but then it's like da 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 da. But this time he didn't respond. He was dead. Okay, never mind. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told them he was alive. Or whatever. Junpei was relieved to see he was, in fact, still breathing.
Let's get him up on a bed.
I'm not tired. He lifted Ace up off the floor and laid him on the bed he'd been leaning against. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look of pity.
Well, we really don't have a choice now.
Yep.
We can't let his sacrifice go to waste, right?
Right.
Like you even mean that.
Yeah, she kind of will.
You say something?
Wow, Ace, you sound like Pelfa when tired. No, yeah, that was him, not me.
No, nothing.
It felt wrong, but he had to agree. Then suddenly, Santa spoke.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
We gotta pick which ones to go in the doors.
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8. It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Oh, how cute.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
She's not old, she's just evil. Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
She's gonna kill you. She shot him a glare that would have melted steel and then turned and stalked off.
All right, who's next?
Santo's gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on Junpei.
Junpei, which door do you want?
At last, Junpei's mind was already made up. Go, new thing, no special, no choices.
I want to go through door number 3.
Hell yeah.
Nope, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Huh? Why?
Because it's impossible.
No, it's not.
If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
I can go through door 3, actually. There are 3 options.
Why?
The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7,
look
8.
at Stinky, shut up, look at this. 3 paths. This is me going through door 7. That means there's like 3 and 8 somewhere down here. This is probably 3 if I had to guess. Wait a minute. Oops. That don't look good. Sometimes you gotta make bad choices, Stinky.
That's it.
Sometimes you gotta make bad choices.
Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
Maybe that's the right choice.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options.
Santa began to explain.
Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7,
Well, I'm not going to do that.
and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8.
Okay, so So those are actually my three options. Option B was what happened last time. What option am I on now?
Those are the only three options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Wait.
That was when Junpei realized. Plan A divides into 2 teams. 3, 5, 8, and 4, 6, 7. Well, I don't want to be within them again, but whatever. Plan B divides into 2 teams. Oh wait, this choice? 4, 5, 7, and 3, 6, 8. That was the last one. I remember this. Plan C divides into 2 teams. 3, 6, 7, and 4, 5, 8. I'll go with that one.
But that means
There's one thing they all had in common.
5 and 6 can never be on the same team. If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
Well, we can be without her for one time. We were without her last time. June and Junpei had been friends when they were kids. He trusted her more than anyone else on the ship. If he chose 7 or 8, he'd be taken away from her. Was that something he was prepared to do? We were away from her last time. She'll be fine. We'll be fine. What if 5 and 6 plus... Wait, no. Wait, yes. Wait, no.
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to choose.
Junpei thought hard. After thinking over, his conclusion was... no! Oh! I did. No. On this path, I'm choosing my choice. The choice of the choice of the choice.
Sorry, Santa,
it calls
but I still want to go
me.
through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy!
Oop! I am. My mouse doesn't want to associate with me anymore. And my mouse said, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, girl.
Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
Because it... 3 slow. Woo! Uh-oh! We on the path now, whether we like it or not.
I'm just
in love with it. Junpei paused. He swallowed the words he'd been about to say.
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
Door 3 is pretty.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason.
I'm a boy, and I like the curves.
I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me.
With that, he began walking toward the door. Their curiosity likely getting the better of them, the others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself that wouldn't matter. He kept walking and kept silent. Eventually, they arrived at the number 3 door. It's extra bad looking. Junpei stopped.
I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Please, just do it.
He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid his palm heavily on the scanner.
Happy?
No, it's...
Yeah, thanks.
Wait a minute. Never mind.
The number 7 has been entered into the red.
7.
Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Jumpy, what are you trying to figure out?
Well, I don't know. He's on some kind of
Yep.
brain stuff that I don't know. Junpei thought about his answer for a
I
moment.
think I might have found another way out.
Did I pog? Did I ultimate gamer?
What?
Really?
That got them excited. Just as Junpei had intended.
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
Are we lying? 7 plus 6 equals 13 to 1 plus 3 equals 4. With those two numbers in the red, Junpei had what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand on the scanner and the third asterisk blinked on. 4 plus 5 equals 9.
Alright, the only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
3?
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
Are we all...
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice.
Oh.
So I'm waiting.
Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us!
Ah, we did! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
That stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
He did. At the end. I very much remember him doing so at the end, Perry. I very much remember him tricking us.
Bullshit. Huh. I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
I recall him leading us out to our deaths, but okay, sure.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
'Cause I do not like you. Junpei glanced at June.
Jumpy.
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June.
We're simping, baby.
That's it?
It's called love. You don't get it. Santa was furious. His face was red and flecks of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Junpei closed his eyes calmly and then opened them again.
So, who's it going to be? Santa, or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
Making the most people happy would be leaving you behind, Brooke. But then, 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. I'm just saying if they found Snake and Ace woke up, they could not go through another door. Then leaving behind wouldn't make Ribbit happy. Yeah, they did say they like Santa. Clover. Yeah, it'd be the same if we left Clover and Lotus behind, so...
Let's go, Clover.
Huh?
Oh. Lotus leapt forward. She grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei in the door.
Fuck!
Caught by surprise, Santa froze for a moment, then shot forward like a bullet from a gun. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had the advantage in size and speed. Did he? He feels tiny. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover.
Oh, no, wait!
Santa did not hesitate. He slammed his head down on the red. It'd be nice if he just rammed his head into it and got knocked out.
This is insane! This isn't right!
Yeah. Look, I didn't know this is where it was heading. I was just like, I want to go through, I want to try, I want to go through I want to make choices that are new and cool and awesome. Wait, I forgot. Yep. No. He glared at Junpei's chest heaving.
Yeah, well, you may be right.
Junpei's voice was cold, but not without effort.
But
He turned to the red and pulled the lever. Ooh, boo. Ooh, boo. We on the evil route, baby. Trying to think of like how like, okay, Ace, and then, yeah, we screwed them over. Oh no. Unless we can find Snake and he's back there and he's just like, hey, I was waiting. I was just gonna someone else kick you back. Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the doors, gaping mouthed one after another. No sooner did they enter than an all too familiar noise sounded from their left wrist. The detonator's had activated. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door.
No.
They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the red. The defeat and desperation on their faces tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed, and they were gone.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
Look, you get to get off the boat. Stop getting mad at me. Santa ratted in Junpei, lightning crackling in his eyes and his knuckles white.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough!
It hadn't been Junpei that spoke, but Seven.
We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter!
The clock was ticking. The dead was their only chance to survive. Unless they could find it and deactivate their detonators, the 4 of them would be...
We got less than a minute left! No time for screwing around! Get moving!
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard!
I get that. They scattered and began to scour the room. The activation device was nowhere to be found.
Where the hell is it?
It's not that sure. Corridors stretched out in 3 directions, but every one was blocked up by a wall of metal. There was only one way out. One other door.
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
Seven ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hands grabbed hold of the handle.
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
Ah! Junpei stuck his head through the door and looked around the room.
No, wait!
Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right wall.
I found it! The dead's right over here!
He stepped into the room.
Ugh. What? The floor's slippery!
He stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
There's something...
Get over there!
Junpei felt Seven's heavy hand against his back and stumbled across the room. The other 3 piled in behind him. Oh. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing that could be easily identified. Only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so.
Quick! Get to the dead!
They all started running. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was the tiny red light blinking at them over and over and over and over.
There it is!
In quick succession, they all slammed their hands against the scanner panel. We did it! If we had died, then maybe Clover and Lotus could have gotten through. It would have been like, those idiots. Well, it's you and me, Queen. Seven leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing began to return to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted.
It stopped. It stopped.
Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
Gumby air. The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
Sorry. That was a joke. I didn't fart. So desperate had they been in their race to the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible and nauseating stench, like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out. Oh, New York tacos. Oh dear. I've never had one of those. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took. Wet hell tacos are actually pretty good.
Oh, you're right. This is...
Left, right. Left, left, right. I mean left, left, right. He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up in his throat.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it. He stopped as he got close and extended his fingers toward the switch.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
There was a soft click as the lights came on. Just as the light turned on, June took in a short breath and... A scream echoes through the room. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. He died. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
What? Hey.
Oh, this is...
What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh, torn from the body, sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. Yep, seen that before. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti in one's pocket. Smaller chunks of meat had been splattered against the wall and become stuck. Oh, sorry, I moved the window so it got stuck in the dialogue. Become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried too. Dear Lord. Okay.
Looks like an explosion.
Seven's voice was low and strained.
Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
Yeesh. That's not the worst way to go.
It's definitely an open fracture.
And he's dead. Looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had been split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. Dang, Junpei, are you a nurse? You know so much. His bracelet lay next to him. I may have said lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
Your face is the worst.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. Ugh. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks. I remember...
But the clothes are...
I remember that it's not him. They were all familiar to Junpei.
Is that... Snake?
Snake? Snake! Santo's voice wavered as he spoke. His mouth dry.
Oh my god.
Finally, Junpei spoke.
Why did this happen?
How did he get here?
No!
Oh, I'm sorry for freaking you out, girl. You didn't see this last time. Suddenly, June was screaming, her voice broken. It was an eerie scream, full of insanity. Not entirely human.
No! No! No!
She shook her head violently and grabbed fistfuls of her own hair. Junpei could hear the sound of hair tearing. Dig!
Stop! Calm down.
He grabbed for her wrist.
Hey!
But as he did, June leapt up and ran toward the exit.
Please! Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here!
June? She screamed at the door and her fist slammed against it with a hollow sound. Junpei could see drops of blood on her knuckles.
Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
Well,
June.
screamed again, a desperate, mindless cry. Her fists flailed against the door.
Get me out of here! Please! Please! Just let me out!
It will get you out of here. We gotta leave this room.
June!
Junpei couldn't watch anymore. He ran to June and wrapped his arm around her, pulling the screaming girl away from the door.
Calm down.
No! Get off of me! Let me go! Let me go!
Please, calm down.
Acting in this game is really good. She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittering across the floor, but her persistence didn't last long. As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared and her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed toward the floor and Junpei knelt down with her. You good? I have moments. I have moments like that. Not gonna lie to you, girl. It's okay. Was she crying or bleeding? A moment later, she began to sob. We gotta keep moving, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm in survival mode. I think I'd... Honestly, in this situation, I think I'd just be like, well, Snake's dead. Found him. Let's go. We gotta get out of here. We gotta not join him. Her shoulders shook, and great hot tears rolled down her face like rain. Oh my god.
We're gonna be fine.
Are we having a romance scene?
It's gonna be alright, June.
At this moment.
It's going to be okay, Connie.
Her name was a whisper.
I'll be here with you, okay?
Even if I have to be evil about it. She nodded once.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Her trembling voice pulled at Junpei's heart. He stroked her hair gently. His face was so close to her. Don't kiss! We gotta go! The scent of her hair was nostalgic. How close did how close to her did you get in elementary school, dude?
Do you feel better?
No, she doesn't, but she's gotta get up.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
But I'd like to stay here.
No, we cannot do that. We gotta go.
For a little while.
Kiss
at
over the
least.
corpse. No. 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 Not the blown up corpse. The grossest corpse they've ever seen.
Jumpy's body is so warm.
Okay, Santa and 7. Sorry for forgetting. Santa and 7, whose name I forgot for 5 seconds. We'll solve the puzzles while you two make out or whatever. Making out noises. Oh, okay, cool. But they are doing the same thing probably, you're right. Several minutes passed before June's tears had dried. The clock in the hallway went ding dong! Hey, lovers, you gotta go. Junpei stood up. He bent down, put his arms under June's, and helped her to her feet. They didn't speak. Were Santa and 7 just standing there watching the whole time? Oh dear. Sorry for honking. Yep. We were just kissing, don't worry about it. Neither did 7 or Santa. The person was dead. They had died in that room. In a terrible way. Yeah, they finished kissing over the corpse. And they'll never talk about it again. Junpei knew that there was no way he could make himself forget that. There was no way any of them could forget it. But mourning would do no good. They spread out to search the room, but each felt as if their heart was made of lead.
We better get to it.
Seek a way out? Eke a way out. I don't want to click on that yet. Alright, let's see if anything happens when I turn you. Nope, nothing. Not even a drop. I'm so thirsty. Is the pipe clogged? Worst ASMR ever. Left and right. Those letters written in blood. L-L-R. Yeah, the saw bathroom. I forgot about it. Wait, it looks cleaner except for the guy who's dead. Do you think that might be some sort of dying message from Snake? No, that's impossible. You saw body. You weren't doing anything after something like that happens to you. So someone else was in here. Look at this. The way the blood's dried tells you it's real old. Whoever's blood this is, it ain't Snake's. Well, that's true. And you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago? Yeah. Huh. Uh-huh. But it's not brownish. Doesn't blood turn... I mean, I know blood turns brownish as it dries. I fight and have blood all the time. The divider between the stalls. On the other side of this wall. Nope. I don't think about that. Hello? Anyone in here? Oh, cleaning fluid.
What do you think this is?
Looks like tar. I was gonna say it was cleaning fluid. It's kind of sticky. I don't think we just wipe it off. How do you know it's sticky? Did you touch it? Ew. I doubt just pouring some water on it's gonna help much either.
What about hot water?
Hot water?
If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe that would wash it off.
Okay. Important toilet. It's a water tank for a toilet. I've seen a lot of OC guys try and hide a piece in something like this. Usually for a 187 or something. Guess they think it's clever. Don't know when they'll figure out everyone else thinks it's clever too. Huh? I mean, I know peace, but what's OC? Organized crime. What is that, some kind of police slang? Huh? Probably. Huh? What'd I say? Why does it look all sad now? It's not really important right now, guys. Okay, so you're a police officer. Ew. Just check it out, right? Let's not even wasting any time. Hello. A screwdriver. Ooh. And look at its tank. There's nothing in it. Which means you can't flush it. Kinda hard to flush a toilet without water. There's some toilet paper on the shelf. Important. Oh, what? Oh, alright. It's toilet paper with some kind of red symbols on it. Yeah, it's not hard to be cleaner than the saw bathroom. Think maybe that's a side-tail cipher? Oh, not sleepy, not sleepy. Side-tail cipher, what the hell is that? Wrap a piece of paper around a stick and then write several sentences on it so that the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper and you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. And into the cipher, you gotta have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one. Same diameter as the original one, huh? Yeah. You just wrap the paper around that stick and you can read the code. Okay, so we need some code. YX... Oh, okay. What if... I was just doing adventure game stuff. A wooden box. There's something in there. Luminol. Oh, for blood sprays. What the hell is this thing? Some kind of spray bottle? There's something written on it. Can't read anything else, slowly. It's all faded. That wasn't a yawn, that was... Well, it was a yawn, but... Just because... Because I haven't been breathing correctly. Just grabbed it from him. That wasn't very nice. Oh, this is luminol. You know, forensics guys use it as at crime scenes. Oh yeah, that stuff that goes blue when you spray it on blood. That's what's in the dang toilet. Even if the blood's been wiped off, it'll still glow. Oh, let's spray it on some blood here. Or whatever. Junpei reached for the broom. As he grabbed it, he heard a soft voice from behind him. It was June.
The rabbit hutch.
Huh?
He turned around. June looked sadly pale. Still looked sadly pale, but there was a smile on her
Oh,
face.
you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Excuse me. Ah.
Jumpy and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
Oh, memories. Oh, thank you.
I was.
Don't you remember?
Oh, it's nice to go out of Rabbit Hutch. We just had the four of us learning how to, like, rampage. And then I went to college. From rampaging elementary straight into college. Good times. Junpei stared at the broom in his hand.
You mean you don't remember that summer either?
She looked very sad. He shook his head.
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that?
Do we remember?
It was terrible.
Oh, cool. Flashback. They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her, into the rabbit hutch. Oh! The first thing he saw was blood! That was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits! Watership down! Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
It was probably a rabbit war or whatever Watership Down was about.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were going to catch the killer together.
June smiled, and a little of the flush of life returned to her cheeks.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
And then we decided that we'd kill them. School had also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air, and the quieter sound of mosquitoes bit at their cheeks and their uncovered skin. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky, and June's Kane Kurashiki's face. That night was something Junpei knew he would never forget, as long as he lived.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
He felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
And it was probably like some sort of varmint. Or, as I said, rabbit civil war.
What do you mean?
We are not prepared for the complicated political workings of rabbit society. We would not understand what goes on with them. She looked up at him, confused.
Oh, come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
Fox teeth.
I wasn't worried. Because you were there with me.
Aww. She blushed. Blessed be. She blushed furiously.
Well, you know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Oh, why not? Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know?
Why not? Boys are silly.
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
They're creatures.
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were going to make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't going to tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Yeah, it is.
6th graders are stinky like that. He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important.
Really?
Of course.
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so he could be with June. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he felt back then. And how he feels now. It would be embarrassing, even though it's really obvious. It took quick break to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know? We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
Okay. June nodded curtly and then turned and walked away.
I should get back to it myself. Ah! That's right. The pool of blood.
Junpei turned around and looked at the room. At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor. It's a shame. Snakes don't have complicated civil wars like that.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing?
Flirting.
Well, maybe it was because we're in this mess.
Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before him.
I have to survive, no matter the cost. I need to make sure she gets out too.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live. Oh, ew. Baroom. Oh. What if I brought the toilet paper around the room? Oh, so you wrapped the toilet paper around the room, huh? Oh wait, looks like the symbols line up perfectly. It says 634 plus. June, Samantha, and Clover, and someone else. What does that mean? Brain working so slowly. 7 plus 6 equals 13. Which is 4. Plus 5 equals 9. Are we trying to 9? But we left Clover behind, girl. Bucket. This is a bucket. Dear God. There's another one. It's a tin bucket. Dear God.
Hey, Jumpy. Do you remember back in elementary school when you spilled all of our paint across the whole classroom? They made you clean it up, and all they gave you was a sponge in a bucket, like this.
Come on, can we just leave the past in the past? What if... Okay. Thick pipe that stretches across the floor. Thank you. Can I close this door? No, we closed it. Oh, okay, cool. Excuse me. Wait, you don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do we? Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here. But maybe I should try it just in case. Okay, I sprayed the luminol on the wall. What's next? I don't know, girl. Oh! LRL. Just like you thought, you did. There's some more letters showing up after the LLR. See? That's not what I thought at all, but okay. I just kind of pressed that button. I don't know. It says LLR, LRL. Living like Roger lived. Who's Roger? But I'll remember that. Oh, hello. You don't think. There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe with a wire. Note a strange valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. Living? Nope. That's right. Left. Left. Right. like Roger lived. Well, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. Hey, this train's acting up! What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big. There's water coming out of the shower head. Let's see if... Shoot, that's hot! Really hot! Man, that water must be just about boiling. Wow, what a coincidence. Ooh. Nope. Maybe I can use the shower here to fill the bucket with hot water. Hey, Seven, could you turn on the shower? I'm gonna put the bucket under the head. Oh, okay, sure thing. Bucket filled with hot water. Oops! Dumped it all over the place. Whoopsie daisy. Ooh. Well, it doesn't matter, I don't know what to do. There's something that looks like tar inside the toilet bowl. Flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Okay, Alright, so I just pour the hot water into this tank, and so I can filled it. Now you should be able to flush it, right? Probably a handle somewhere in the tank that you can pull. You think so? Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That one. So pipes. They're connected to the tank to the tank and the toilet. Screwdriver. Some pipes. They're connected to the tank and the toilet. Let's flush the hot water. Well, there it goes, just like a toilet should work. 185 equals. That stuff's washed off. Looks like that writing was numbers. See it?
185 equals.
13 plus 1, 14, 5.
What is this?
You got me, it just looks like numbers. Hold on. This light bulb provides light for this room, and we are grateful. Dividing wall that separates the toilets, and we are once again grateful. Nothing in the toilet. It was so gross, but there was something in the other toilet. There might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open that stuff up. Oh, wait, it's a red key card for... It's a red card. Probably a key card. Do you remember if you saw a card reader anywhere around here? No, I don't. But this toilet has water in it. That's amazing. A skinny shell. That's where we came in. Guess it's not locked, but there ain't really any point. What's out there is the numbered door. We can't go back through the numbered door even if we want to. Okay. Oh. Password is 4 digits. Is it, I gotta look at the broom again. 634 plus. 5? I don't know. Something happens when I press these buttons. It looks like the power's on. I wonder what the deal is with those things that say lock up there, though. Oh, the red light is off. Yeah, it still says lock. Lock, huh? There's a blue light right next to it, but it's off. There's a little slot here for swiping a card. Oh! Oh!
The red light's on, Jumpy.
Oh, you'd find a blue card. Or something happens when I press buttons. Okay. I found a blue card. Alrighty. Okay. Oh! It's a thermometer.
Can you get it off?
No, it's screwed onto the wall. Oh, yes I can. I'm doing great at puzzles today.
Hey, Junpei.
Oh.
You know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
Because it... Oh yeah, thank you. Junpei answered without taking his eyes off the screw.
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die, and the organs begin to shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden.
Oh. I don't have a temperature.
It's like when you hard-boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Why had Santa brought that up, Junpei wondered.
Oh yeah?
He continued to work at the screw.
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high.
Yeah.
Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107. Of course, there are other external things that could.
Like, being in the... I don't know. What
Like
are you talking
what?
about, dude? Poison! Poison!
Well, let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna.
Oh yeah, that would do it. That's what hell, baby. Good thing I'm not technically alive.
Or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Are you, planning something with me? Junpei gave a short, barking laugh. A moment later, the screw fell off. With a small tug, Junpei pulled the thermometer from the wall.
All right, I got it.
He looked up and saw Santa glaring at a blank section of wall.
Huh? What's up?
You, are you planning to throw me into a hot?
Nothing. Forget about it.
Like, that's not gonna happen to Clover and Ace and, Lotus. They're gonna drown. It'll be fine. Much better. Santa spun around and walked off, away from Junpei.
What was that all about?
He wants to burn you alive, dude. But as Junpei watched him go, he didn't look angry. Looked very, very sad.
Oh, you took the thermometer off. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. I wonder what it means.
Even when it gets that hot, something will open.
Oh, put it under the... put it... Oh.
Yeah, if I can get this hot water in the thermometer, then maybe. Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started. Yep, looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. And now it's at the open mark. Huh, it opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper here. 957. Adding them together gets the lovely little 12 plus 9 equals 21, which is 3. Six, 3, 4 equals 4. And then 5. We still need to find that blue thing. Icky, icky. I already checked all 3 toilets, you know. Nothing unusual there. Thank you, buddy. Oh, there's a piece of paper down here.
Jumpy, the cart is floating!
Looks like the water floated the card up out of the drain. Let's get it out then. The blue card is floating in the water. Never mind, I gotta, I don't know. I don't have a screwdriver anymore. There's water floating through the pipe on the right. There's water pouring into the drain. It's mercury, right? Right?
It's the blue key card.
This the symbol for Mercury, isn't it? Yes, it is, baby! There was an elevator right outside of the big hospital room. I think that had the same symbol on the card reader next to it.
That's right.
Because that means we're not supposed to use this card in this room.
Do you really think so? I don't think maybe we need it for this room and for the elevator.
I do, actually. There's water pouring out of the drain. Nothing else interesting here.
Great job, Jumpy. Both of the lights are on now. I just need to put in the password.
I just need to figure it out again. Hold on, is it? Okay. 957 plus 634 plus 185. Nope. Now I forgot what numbers are. Okay, back. 25 equals. Okay. 634 plus 957. Right. 25. Dang it. I must have got, I hope I got the numbers wrong, because, like, that's only 3 digits. 25. 975. There we go. Wow. Brain no work. One 794. I messed up. 957. I have dyscalculia. I can't remember numbers. I have like dyslexia, but numbers. 1776. 1776! New York City! Both lights wrong. You should be able to enter the password. Please begin C. You mean Tracy makes clear. After putting the password, hit E. If you screwed up, hit C. Open! Yay, America! I guess. The guy who made this puzzle was an American. And I win! You found America!
America! Hello! Hello! Hello!
I had to do it, sorry. Outside of the shower room was a hallway that extended off to the left and right.
There's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look.
Could I just take a second to get some, a new window. What up there? I need some water. I'm hot. Speaking of 107 degrees. Well, not Ariel. No. Something else. Anything else? Wait, no. I found it. Not anything else. Something special. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. One sec. Got some ice water. Meh. Oh no, that's not good. I'm ready to go. Let's get back to it. Oh, I forgot to close the door. I don't want cat jump scare as much as I love cat. I love cats, but I don't love cat jump scare. Phew. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. They had moved a few steps towards the door when Junpei heard the sound of metal on metal.
Huh?
They turned around. Seven was doing something to the door of the shower room.
What are you doing, Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime.
Oh, I think you did this... Did you do this with the last room we were in? When we were with Snake?
So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. Alright, let's go.
Smart man. Smart man. They call you dumb, but you're a smart man. With that, he stood up and began walking down the hallway. He brushed past Junpei and kept going. After a moment, the rest of them followed him. Before long, they found themselves at the large iron door. Hold on, let me check the flow. Okay, we're good. We're good so far. We're alright. It's just everything's locked. I'm nervous. They had only been in there for a moment when June spoke up.
Jumpy, look!
He turned. There, on the right side of the hallway, was a piece of paper attached to
What's
the
up?
wall.
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's
Junpei ran over and peeled it off.
a map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then.
We're in the shower room, and I don't know which room that is.
We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Junpei folded the map and stuffed it into his pocket. Back at the door, the four of them lined up in front of it. Santa stepped forward, grabbed hold of the door, and then turned to look back at the rest of them.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
They nodded. Santa nodded back and then threw the door open. If this is what I think it is, all four of them leapt through.
What the?
You're shitting me.
It took only a moment for them to realize where they were.
We're back.
Yep, they'd been there only a short time ago. We're in trouble! It was the large hospital room filled with countless beds. We're gonna get throttled. Lotus and Clover looked up as they entered. Ace was there as well, as though he looked as though he had only just woken up.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay.
Me too. Hi. Don't kill me.
Lotus? What are you...
Gonna kill him. The moment they spotted Junpei, Lotus and Clover headed straight for him. As she neared him, Lotus drew back her hand and slapped him open-palmed across the face. No, you should have closed-fisted it.
How could you do this to us?
Well, now you can go through the other doors. Her face was furious. Hey, I did it to you and Santa. She grabbed Junpei by the collar and shook him violently. Clover didn't touch him, but the hurt in her eyes was no less potent. Hi. Hello. Hi, girls. There was 7 who stopped them.
Knock it off. We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
2 fingers together. I'm sorry. I wanted to be with my girlfriend. His deep voice echoed across the massive room. Lotus glared at 7, but let Junpei go after one last vicious shake.
What?
Go have a look.
Oh no. Oh no.
Stuck the screwdriver in the door. That door over there, the one without a number. As long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there.
Oh no.
There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
Oh no.
Then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
Oh no.
Fine, let's go.
Lotus and Clover looked at one another for a moment, then nodded and stepped through the door. By then, Ace had made his way to them, moving with the stiff, shuffling steps of someone who had only just awoken from a lengthy slumber.
My goodness.
Yeah, I may have done something that would screw them over, but it is okay.
I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Yeah, neither did we, but we're happy to see you. Ace shook his head weakly.
Should I go as well?
Yeah.
7 nodded.
Very well.
Ace followed Lotus and Clover with his stiff, tired gait. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he would never get used to it. Every time, it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. Hey, wait, you saw the body. You saw the body. I didn't have to tell you. You know he doesn't have an ulna. Or did you not see a body? Did you not see the body? Did Lotus prevent you from seeing the body? Because if you saw the body, or did you kind of see the body but didn't look at the ulna? No, you would look. You would look. If you knew it was Snake, you'd be like, if you thought it was Snake, you'd be like, no, that's impossible. It can't be him. And then you'd look at that. You'd look for reasons it couldn't be him. And then you'd find that the other guy has an arm. And then you'd be like, oh, right, it's not him. You saw the ulna, right? You saw the ulna, right, Clover? She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly on her chest. Her eyes were blank, and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Did you see the ulna? Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Snake was probably murdered.
Did you see the ulna?
Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was.
Did you see the ulna, Clover? 7 lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and 7. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. 7 looked at each one of them in turn and continued. Where'd... Okay, 5. There's 6 of us. Wait. Hold up. So, Clover, Snevin? Okay, yeah, right, I forgot Junpei, okay.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it. Alone. And waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door, and then 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened.
Well, it would have to be Ace. If that was Snake. Which it's not, because of the ulna, I know this. Clover! Look at the corpse. Look, I know this is rough, but look at the corpse. Look at the corpse, girl. And be like, oh, that's not him. He has an ulna.
So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including
right,
Snake.
okay.
It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Jimmy crossed his arms and grunted.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah. That means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
June seemed shocked.
How can you say that so casually?
This must be different from this. I mean, Clover saw the ulna, right?
You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up. Any game has a winner and loser.
I didn't mean to be so rude. I was an accident. That was an accident. Quick, sir. I'm sorry.
Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers.
What a game.
Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes.
Damn.
That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
We have to be friends, even one of us. Even if a couple of us killed some guy who wasn't Snake.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero.
Of course, but also, Clover,
He
girl.
masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Yeah, and I guess we have to trust you since you and one other person wouldn't add up to 3 unless that other person was 2, 1, and it would have to be 9. And 9 has been dead since the beginning. So it couldn't be you. Oh.
Good question.
Good question. Jeff, I hadn't really considered that.
If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
Yuri, I am busy, sweetheart. Junpei wasn't sure. It doesn't split off from here. He wasn't sure.
Something's still strange.
What was that?
Well, I'm just wondering about one thing.
Ace 1.
And what's that?
How can you be so sure that Zero's on this ship?
Ace's eyebrows shot up.
Really, Junpei?
Except they didn't.
I confess I'm a little disappointed. Usually you're rather sharp.
Don't Don't be disappointed in me. I'm sorry. It's Junpei that's sharp, not me. I'm just a... Oh. Hold on there. Hold up. Oh, thank God. Okay. Alright. We're fine. We're fine. Hold on. I'm so confused. Hold on. Hang on, I messed up. I'm back. I did it.
Isn't it obvious?
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Wait, it is?
Oh, wait, I don't want to be... Hang on, I don't want to artificially inflate my numbers. I didn't mean to do that. Everything's fine. Excuse me.
This ship.
Huh?
Zero said, this ship, several times when he addressed us.
Yeah, you're right. Hang on, I gotta take care of the cat thing. There's a cat out there and she's like, serve me. Serve me. I will not shut up until you serve me. I'm a kitty. I am your mistress. Yes, madam. I'm sorry. I'm a bad cat owner, but I'm invested in a fun little game. A fun little game about the boat. Middle of the night, perfect time for a cat to be needy. Yeah, she wants brushing. She's a brush cat. She doesn't need it quite as much as, like, other cats, like those cats I run into on my walks who need it brushing so bad. She gets brushed every day. Yep.
If he weren't here, he wouldn't say this ship, would he?
Maybe he would, but, like, I don't know, dude. Ugh. This is an extreme thirst.
He'd be saying something like, that ship, or the ship.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I guess that makes sense. Ace's explanation made perfect sense. Junpei felt a little foolish that he hadn't seen it himself. Don't make me look like an idiot. Still, he was left with a question, and it was one of no small importance.
If Zero's on the ship, where is he?
Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Like a snake! Unfortunately, these lights don't really look like breasts. Sad. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise. The ghosting? The moaning noise ghosted you? It said it would go out with you, but it didn't? I will see you tonight at 8. And no one was there. Not in a spooky way either, just in a, oh, they didn't show up. And then you texted them and you never heard that ghosty moaning noise again. Moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
I think Zero is one of us.
Did you look at his ulna? I don't think she looked at his ulna, chat. Where did that piano come from? Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. I started from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them? I want to be on Clover's good side.
Well, Well, that's possible.
I'll be smart right now.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
Sorry, Jen.
What are you saying, Jumpy?
I'm trying to get in good with Clover so she doesn't, like, maul me. I just feel like she's mauling me.
Didn't you hear what
She's
Ace
in the mood.
said?
Yeah, I did. But I forgot how it conflicts with Ace being, with Zero
Exactly.
being one of us.
I said we shouldn't suspect
Oh,
one another
yeah.
for no
Well, that's
reason.
not proof. Woo! That's not proof, y'all.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
Oh no, what?
And what's that?
The bracelets.
He held out his left arm.
Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case,
yeah, I got it.
then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the
I
bracelet?
don't want to quit yet, though.
You got a point.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the nonary game.
Why the mic aux pickup game feed? My headphones are not that loud. Better headphones or whatever. I don't know what's going on, dude. Hang on. Testing things. It's about as loud anywhere, I guess. That's freaky. That's unfortunate.
All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words,
They could be doing the puzzles with us.
Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward.
Oh, no. Say it ain't so.
Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
Because they are willing to die to have some external goal fulfilled. Never mind. That's stupid. Junpei let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa who answered.
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely.
Well, maybe he's got secrets. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's got, like, things set up.
That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
7, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Oh no, then one of us killed.
Yes, something.
Excuse
like
me,
that.
Snake. Go.
I can't.
So what do we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us.
And one of us is also working with the one of us who is Zero because one person couldn't kill Snake. We got Zero and an accomplice. I'm combing my hair. Because I felt like it. Sorry, I know we're in a tense situation, but I don't have
7
good
and
hair.
Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well.
They should kiss about it.
At least they do if Zero is one of us.
No one spoke. Their faces were grim. But Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
What were his motives?
That's a good question, I don't know.
His motives.
Yes, isn't that pretty important?
Yeah! I don't know, dude.
Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Because.
Oh, well, that's because,
Yeah, no idea, dude. Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea. For fun and funky times, I'm guessing. Zero's a wild and crazy guy, you know? He's got his reasons. Maybe he's just a freak. Maybe he's like, I wanted to die, but also, I wanted to make it really cool. That's why I do this. Lotus sighed.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
I'm sorry. We're in a situation. Don't be
In other
mean to me.
words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
Stop being mean to me.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
Everyone's so mean to me in games. Gah! Junpei was painfully aware of their eyes on him and their disapproval. Stop it! I have lived a life full of this business. I'm tired of it. He tried to find something else, anything else to look at. Then in that horrible silence. Oh no, I physically drooped. They heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
It's 3 in the morning.
Good night, everybody.
That means we have 3 hours left.
It's actually 1 in the morning. We have 4 hours left. You guys can't tell time.
Then we need to move now. Seven, Clover, Junpei, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
Okay. I mean, I'll do it. I don't know about Clover. I feel like she's
You're right,
she's got.
but...
I feel like she didn't see the ulna, and therefore, the ulna is very important. I keep mentioning the ulna because it's so important. Wow, I've got 0 dropped frames. I can't believe it. It's like 12 in the morning. Oh, you're right. Perry's right. Guys, don't worry. We got 5 hours or whatever. How many hours do we have? 6. We got 6 hours, guys. It's okay. Perry said it's 12 in the morning. Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say and sighed. Seven and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
We got it wrong, guys. Ace's words put their feet into moving. They started to dance. Junpei danced crazy. They all knew where they were going.
Our next destination is Mercury. Here we go.
Here we go. They stood in front of the elevators next to the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen. Between the 2 elevators was a card reader with the Mercury symbol engraved on it. Junpei stood in front of it with the Mercury keycard.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
Took a deep breath and slid the card through the reader. Made a small beep and the lights on the reader blinked to life.
Now we can go.
7 people, including Junpei, climbed onto the elevator.
Looks like there's only 2 floor buttons working.
C and bottom.
The rest were destroyed or did nothing when pushed.
Time to head down then.
Junpei hit the bottom button. The door closed. Slowly, they began to move downward. Nervous about bottom, sometime later, all of them stepped off the elevator and onto the bottom deck. They stepped off and saw that the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet in front of them. Feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end, but not a regular dead end.
This is a numbered door.
Thank you, June.
Yeah, it's door 2.
Immediately, they began to discuss who would go through it.
So who should go through the door this time?
Oh. Hold up there.
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
I have the feeling I might get left behind. I feel like you guys don't like me anymore because of all my trickery.
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Oh, okay.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
Okay.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
7 plus 6 equals 13 equals 2. Plus Clover plus me equals 9. Which would also equal 2. The first to speak up was 7.
I'll go 2.
And I suppose I need to go too then.
Oh, wait. New math. Junpei followed suit, which meant Lotus was, by default, the third member. Alright.
Alright, we're taking off.
Okay, please be careful.
See you guys later.
Jesus. You two are acting like you're married, you know that?
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna happen. June blushed. So did Junpei.
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
Just admit it! Perhaps in an attempt to hide his emotions, he quickly turned away to pull the lever on the red. Admit it, you little dweeb. You sneaky sneak. The door opened. As they'd come to expect, there appeared to be a short hallway on the other side.
All right, let's go.
Lotus was the first through the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do this.
Let's do this, baby. 7 was next, and Junpei brought up the rear.
Where the hell is it this time?
We have to.
I don't see it!
We have to keep screaming about it.
Oh, there it is. It's right there.
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room, right next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets. Yeah, we win.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
We good. Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. 7 and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
You could be a great soldier if you got used to it.
Damn right.
All right.
Junpei looked around again.
This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
I wasn't forgetting it. I just
But
wasn't
it's got a metal
mentioning it.
plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
After taking a look around the room himself, 7 spoke.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
7 nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him. Hope
I'll
it
try
doesn't
the one
lock
next
behind
to
him. Don't lock behind it. At last, Junpei was left alone.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. Emergence? Seek a way to go to bed. Seek somebody to raid, cause I'm sleepy. Confinement run. This is an OST. Good stream, are you sure? Thank you. It means a lot. It does mean a lot when you tell me good stream. It feels good. And I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I should try to believe you. Oh. I don't want to hear that. I'm sorry. Oh, Mimo. Mimo up again. Let's raid Mimo. Thank you for joining me, though. I appreciate it. I always do. It's a very appreciative. I need to do more. That's 4 wise. He's playing Lethal Company with another one of my friends. Okay. We're raiding Mimo. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I love you. Fallout.